Okay, but the Jets need to pick a guy who can win.
Why do you think? First of all, do you think there's a divide in inside the coaching staff? Forget the owner. Woody Johnson's not going to make this decision.
And by the way, anyone who thinks that is lost.
This decision. Woody Johnson does not do that. He does not make decisions about football. But inside, do you think there are coaches that are divided?
Decision?
Do you think there's a divide in the coaching staff?
No, I don't. I think that's why when he first came out to the game, he went to Tony first, and that's when he told him that he was out of the game. Rex made this whole thing up on the show yesterday that I did go to him. I went to him after. I think they're really fed up with Sanchez.
Agreed.
I don't think they feel that he can lead the team. I really believe that.
Also,
as much as they want to think that maybe he's their guy and he's going to give a. He's been given so many chances.
Do you think everybody's on the same page today, or are they debating this situation?
How about this? I think
they're on the same page today.
Rex Ryan makes Mark Sanchez the quarterback, that locker room will split in two immediately.
Which is why you got to go McIlroy.
I said he's going to lose the locker room.
Absolutely.
If he starts.
Here's what I thought. I thought that he was naming Sanchez on Monday to quarterback. When he didn't, it told me that he's going to name McIlroy to quarterback.
Who liked McIlroy in the draft process? Terry Bradway and Rex Ryan. Just think about that.
But, Rex Ryan was the one who wanted Sanchez.
That is true.
I mean, he was the only guy.
But now,
there were guys in that room who
he was the catalyst.
The Jets have an opportunity, Mike, to win
I know
all
a
the
lot
games.
of people in the front office that I spoke to recently that said Freeman was their pick.
A lot of guys
if
wanted
they
Freeman.
stayed and didn't trade
Right,
up.
a lot of guys wanted Freeman. But the point is, Rex has been a Sanchez guy. We know that. The point is this. Here's where I'm different, Ray. I thought it was Sanchez. When you were saying on Sunday, I agreed. When he didn't name him on Monday, I said that's a real bad sign for Sanchez because those extra 2 days are not going to help him in this debate. It's going to hurt him in this debate because if he was their guy, they would have shown confidence in him on
Absolutely.
Monday.
But there was no practice, Mike.
No,
why
but
name
the
him?
thing is because because he never
started with him.
Because he then could say that all he did was take him out of a game, Ray, relieved him. He never lost his job. The fact that he waited 2 extra days basically said, I haven't made my decision, which means, you know what, I'm here. I'm up and down on it, which makes me think he didn't want to say yet. He wasn't prepared to name the backup.
Absolutely.
And you know what the most important thing is, really? To see whoever the quarterback is, how it goes 1, 2, 3. Because
but who gives the Jets the best chance to win?
Joe, all right, who gives them the best chance? They're going to win the game Sunday either way.
But that's the answer. McIlroy.
I'm not
Rex
saying
Ryan needs to save his job.
Yeah, but
Joe,
I'm not saying that.
Who do the defensive players want to play?
I think the team would have McIlroy. Reason being, you alluded to a person when Brandon Moore was interviewed, and he said what you said.
His antenna went up.
If that team didn't play the way they did, we would have never won this football game. Now, his demeanor is such a relaxed demeanor anyway, but he was so lowly about that whole game, the way they played. The only shot they had was the energy that McIlroy brought.
Plus, Brandon Moore, who's a pro, was very upset that he got hooked into Sanchez in this funny thing. He didn't like this whole video. He was very embarrassed by it. That guy ran
Say something funny, Ray.
Which I still can't.
Say something funny,
Well, wait, I got to ask.
He was embarrassed.
Wait a second.
As a quarterback, I was embarrassed.
As a quarterback, tell me how it could possibly happen.
It cannot happen.
They have his eyes closed?
Let me tell you something. I have never seen from Pop Warner to I don't know how many years.
Well, I have never seen that happen. Really, I tell you how it happened.
Go ahead.
What happened was Woolfolk had more.
But
don't even try it, Joe.
No,
don't even try it.
It's a slate.
He didn't push him back.
The reason being is he's running into the back.
You know what, Joe? You can try to explain it any way you want to. But a quarterback stuck his head into somebody's right.
Sanchez looking at.
He was looking at maybe a hole that was there.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. Hold on.
I think he was in. Joe, I think he was in the wrong hole. That's what she said. That's the problem.
When Woolfolk seen him behind him, he popped it more. And actually,
no.
Stop it.
Joe, come on.
That was on the quarterback, Joe. That was on the.
Brandon Moore's rear end is like a truck.
Let me get a break. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Give me his water so I can make sure that's
water. You drinking water?
All right, we're back here with the SNY crew from the post game. All right, so we got 2 Sanchez. Let me get this right again. The Sanchez's. Who got Sanchez?
Sanchez.
You do.
Sanchez.
You do.
McIlroy.
And you are McIlroy. I'm a McIlroy too, only because he waited to Wednesday. I thought it was going to be Sanchez on Monday, but I think now he wouldn't have waited. What has to change on this team? What has to change?
Well, they need a quarterback first and foremost.
You want to change the coach, and you want to change the front office? You want to change the team? Or what do you want to do?
Mike should come back. Rex should come back. I think they
goodness.
deserve another year. I think.
How do you say that?
I think that. Well, how can I say that?
You think Mike Tannenbaum deserves to be back with the talent level that's on this team right now?
Am I supposed to eliminate the fact that this team went to the AFC title game twice? If you're going to start firing people, am I supposed to forget about that?
Okay, so how about since they went to the AFC Championship game, how good has the talent been? It's been downhill ever since.
There's been an interesting thing here, though. The Mr. T pre-Rex players are much better than the Mr. T post-Rex.
Well, Mike, I think you make a good point about that.
Has been involved in every player, and they have not drafted. They've only got 2 players who are any good since Rex came on the team. Everyone else came before Rex was here.
How about Cromartie? Did they get credit for Cromartie?
No, he was here before.
But you know what? You know what? You have a problem.
So was Harris. So was the offensive lineman.
Right.
So was Rivas. So were all those guys. They were all here. The only guy, Sanchez, and I'm going to give you Wilkerson. That's it. That's the only good guys.
Yeah, most playing
Wilkerson's really good.
Yeah, he's going to be real good.
And if you count Sanchez, that's it. Otherwise, any guy that Mr. T and Rex have gotten have been bombs.
Their drafts have been.
Well, if you take the mentality, like Tannenbaum's guru is Bill Parcells. Without a doubt, he follows everything that Bill did, whatever Bill was doing. That's what he wanted to follow. He deviated from that with Rex by really opening up a can of worms with Rex's personality, with his HBO show that he Let me tell you something. That drove that whole
They brought in all the bad guys.
Exactly. And the thing about it is,
they let a lot of good guys go.
It's a mentality now on the football team that it's not a football world. It's a production world, basically.
There's not one leader in that locker room.
All right, so you want to change the quarterback, but not the front office. What do you want to change?
I think they also need a new offensive coordinator.
New offensive coordinator. What do you want to change?
I want to change Tannenbaum. I want to change a quarterback. We need a running back as well.
Change the head coach or no?
No, Rex gets to stay one more year.
You can't separate Mike and Rex.
Offensive
Can't separate them. Can't separate them.
What do you mean?
You can't separate because Mike's
I don't think you can either.
You can't,
I think either they both go or they both stay. I think they both go or they both stay.
Absolutely.
You asked my opinion.
I
say Mike Tannenbaum goes. They need a new offensive coordinator. They need a serious running back behind that offensive line.
Of course.
And a new quarterback.
Yeah, which we know how you feel about the quarterback. I think we learned that. Joe, what do you want to do?
The whole mentality has to be changed.
Do you want to change everybody?
So they both would have to go on my idea. Yeah.
You want a new regime?
Absolutely, because this is what's happened.
How about Bill Polian?
I would love Rex. They need a talent guy.
He's going to hire a new coach. That's the only thing.
Absolutely, but let me tell you what. You need a strong football guy.
Who thinks Bill Polian's taking that job?
I don't think he is.
He's not taking it. He's not. Bill Polian will work for a different owner. No, he wants back.
Yeah, but not in a total control role like he had in the past. I think it's too. He'd bring his kid in too. You'd have to,
that's right. Yes,
that's the only thing. But if you bring a GM and he's going to want his own coach, that's only the clock doesn't start ticking on him until he gets his own coach.
Correct.
That's right.
So you want a whole new regime? What do you want, Brian?
I want a new quarterback. I need a new running back. I want a talent guy.
You want the same coach?
I want the same coach.
Same GM?
You can keep Mike Tannenbaum to do contracts, but I want a talent guy.
You want a talent guy.
Exactly.
Which you hear that Rex may be trying to bring in from Baltimore, which has been rumored a lot, that there may be some movement.
So you want Mike Tannenbaum to go back to the number cruncher?
He can do the number cruncher. He can be the number cruncher. Before he became the GM
George Kokinis has never lived in
that is interesting. Mike Tannenbaum could stay to do the contracts because that's what Parcells said he was. The best in the world at contracts.
But Rex, his dominant personality, has picked every player since he's been here. He has not been my understanding is he has not been vetoed on any player since he's been here.
And that's a problem.
I'm with
Brian.
That
needs to change.
I'm with Mike Tannenbaum goes to the contracts thing. You bring in a guy that can tell Rex no.
Well, because it's ego with Rex, where he says Quentin Coppola didn't make any plays his last year on the collegiate level. He says I could fix him. That's where the ego gets Rex in trouble.
Bart's got a problem and not a problem.
He's a cancer and should be cut immediately.
Agree. What about you?
No, I don't. I mean, he's another coach out there for Rex. I mean, that defense is struggling, and he doesn't make it any better or any worse. I mean, they're just not very good. Stop the run. That's it. You want to talk about the head coach's personality? That's like his son on the court, on the field.
Scott talks 500 and plays 200.
I don't think he plays 200.
What about you, Joe? Scott
he's a typical veteran who's basically wound up and just understanding that he knows too much, and he's not the kind of guy. If you want to start rebuilding the program and doing things from the ground up, he can't be there.
I agree. What about you?
Yeah, I think he hit it right on the head. He's just one of those guys who thinks I'm smarter than you. I've been in this league a long time. I'm better than you. And his play has dropped tremendously.
Yes.
but the mouth has.
Well, he can't cover nobody.
Do you guys think it means now they're not going to make the playoffs even at 9-7 because the way things broke last week? We know that. Does it mean a lot to you if they win these games? Does it mean a lot to you or not a lot?
Yes,
to you?
Absolutely.
Yes,
it means a lot to you.
Absolutely,
huge.
Yes,
because it shows that they still have the
they're
locker
playing
room.
bad teams. I mean, does it matter to you if they're 7-9 or 9-7? Does it mean that much difference to you?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think
they're bad teams. You know, teams that are out of it. You know, is that going to make you change your mind?
No, this is where you're evaluating your talent for the next year. You know, guys are competing for their jobs.
But is it going to change you? Is it going to change
I don't care if they win all five.
Make? Okay, that's what I'm asking.
I don't care if they win all
change your
five.
mind at all?
It can't. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But at least it shows you that these guys care.
Now, let me ask you this.
And I think it's what Jet fans want to know.
Let me ask you some things that the fans ask as they watch the show, because this show's become popular, this post-game show. It's become popular. It's fun.
It's good TV.
It's fun.
It is good TV.
It's very good TV.
Yeah.
It's fun
Chris
stuff.
Farina, our producer, does a great job.
I love it. Well, listen.
I'm just telling you, our producer Chris
Farina, we tried to give you a pop.
You got to remember, I'm
Mike
talent. I don't worry about
Yeah, right.
I'm talent.
Your producer Ray Martell deserves a raise.
He does a great job. He does.
He's tremendous.
He does.
Martell's fantastic.
He does. Ray does a great job.
Yeah.
Says yes, sir, a
Yeah.
lot. That's it. Let's go. So listen. Important stuff now. When you go to the Jets, you get any feedback?
Oh, yeah.
They get on you?
No.
Anybody get angry at you? Have you had anybody from the Jets get mad at you? Wait, let me start with you. Anybody from the Jets get angry with you?
Ever?
At all? You get a phone call?
This year or ever?
This year.
No.
How about
Not
you,
once.
Ray?
Listen, I'm true.
Do you go in there? Do you go around the Jets at all?
Yeah, if I go over there, I've been on the sideline before.
Anybody give you grief?
No, for what? I'm true to myself first, which makes the fans.
Have you
I'm
had
true
a
to them.
conversation with Sanchez at all?
I saw him at the No, I
Have
haven't
you had a chat with him at all? Has he come over and talked to you?
Alan Faneca's thing, like a couple years ago, I've had a long talk with him.
So, yeah.
I don't assassinate their characters. If they play well, I say they play well.
I understand that. I just wondered if you got any blowback at all.
No, and if I couldn't be me, then I wouldn't do it.
The Jets
you
totally
don't count.
get it.
You're royalty. You don't count. You're not going to get blowback. I mean, you belong in the Hall of Fame, so that doesn't matter.
They do watch the show.
How about you?
They do watch the show. In fact, Rex sometimes
Well, they have to
use
tape
clips.
it to watch it, though. That's
They
the only
use clips
Yeah, but
and they
they
show it
watch
to some
it.
of the players.
Trust me on that, yeah.
You know, Sean Ellis was mad at me, was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, really
He was
mad.
and quoted in the paper that he didn't like me.
Oh, is that
because
right?
For what I said.
Well, that's good. As long as you're honest, doesn't matter.
That's
if you
all.
like
Just
it.
And
spell
I
the
went
name
to the locker room.
correctly.
We had a great discussion.
That doesn't matter.
I didn't
He
read
got
that.
mad.
I've had players
He
wishing
got
I
mad.
died.
Yeah.
What's the difference? I mean,
it's also Tuesday. I mean, that happens all the time.
But you know what he was mad at? He was mad at what Ray said. It wasn't me, but he was mad at what
I
Ray
got
said.
what-
See, when he's getting blamed for your stuff, that's not good. You know?
I think he's. You know what Parcells used to say? You never point the finger, you always point the thumb. I think he's doing a little bit of this.
I got one text
You
from
are
one
the-
guy
and
with
you
the
are-
Jets.
And you are,
That's it.
listen, there's always one guy on the show that people gravitate to. You have
Right.
become the last angry man on that show. You know that? You
Called
come
the
on.
West.
And you are
you don't know how to
so
give
annoyed on that show.
You
It is
can't give grades
You know why?
out.
But you know why? Because I am a Jet fan. I played for the organization. I want them to win. I don't want us to do a show every weekend and we're smashing everybody. That's not what we're there to do. We're there to be true. If you play stinky, I'm gonna say you
know
were
what
poop.
you know what you do to him? Bring out the tape of the Lion game.
Okay.
Just bring out the tape of the Lion.
That wasn't my
game.
fault.
Leon Johnson.
And you ought to hear all.
Leon Johnson.
You want to tell us how you took over in the huddle on that?
Because all the stories are
I don't know
these
you-
great stories.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? You look at it talking because all the stories are great stories. Oh, you remember when I played against the Cowboys and I lit them guys up for this?
Ask him about the Lion play. You know, the last drive. That's it.
Which one? Leon's
Should have had you
interception?
throw the ball, right?
Leon's interception?
Exactly.
We were on the sideline, Brian, with Parcells, and he said, Leon, if it's not there, throw the ball into the stands. Leon, he said it 4 times, and then when we were going back out, he yelled, Leon, what'd I say? He said, if it's not there, throw in the stands. Toss sweep, he throws the interception, we lose. We got to play already.
You know how many
Good
fights I've had
times.
with Benigno about that play? Oh, my God.
I remember Joe overnight after that game.
Crazy.
That was legendary radio.
It was hysterical. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you guys coming
Thank
in.
you.
I
Thanks,
do.
Mike.
Brian, thank you very much. Continue to say,
Appreciate
Joe,
it.
good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Adam,
Mike.
you and your 1,000 shows.
Thank
all right?
you.
You know, take care of those quarterbacks. You got to get him on that show.
Oh, Ray on
Yeah.
NFL Monday
On
QB?
the Monday quarterback show.
CBS
That's it.
Sports
That's
Network.
it.
You wanna do it, Ray?
Fancy
I think I'm too
quarterbacks.
young
What
for
do-
that.
And Ray, keep it up. The last angry man. Thanks. We'll be back after this.